Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So today we're going to bring you this review of these Braun 4-foot LED shop lights. And Harbor Freight sells these. Right now they're on sale for $39.99 on the Inside Track Club, and normal price is $44.99. So let's open them up and take a look. These Braun shop lights are 10,000 lumen. You can link up to 4 of these lights together, and it says they're easy to install. Also, with the LED technology, which pretty much all lights are now, supposedly never change a bulb. One thing that I do see on the package that is not actually accurate is on this link up to 4 lights diagram, it shows a 3-prong plug. These lights only have a 2-prong plug. So if you're using extension cords or anything, keep that in mind. We'll start with some technical specs. So the wattage on these is rated at a 100-watt bulb, and it draws 0.88 amps. So if you're on a 15 amp circuit, you could put 15 of these lights on without worrying about overloading that circuit. So voltage, obviously 120, that's standard. The weight, these things are lightweight. They're under 5 pounds a piece at 4.7 pounds. And like I said, the height, width, whatever, the length is just under 48 inches, and they're sold as a 4-foot shop light. So the color temperature, which is a term I've never even heard of, but is 5,200 K, shade material steel, and shade textures diamond. Now that brings us to the light itself. So it's a diamond plate light, so it fits in with the shops pretty good. These LED lights, I've had some of these lights that are just a strip with individual LEDs, and those are actually kind of harsh. So these with this diffuser shroud on it should be a little better. It's got a pull chain, and then the cord that's on here is 5 foot long for linking these together. And again, it's just a 2-prong cord. So again, if you're using extension cords or anything, just keep that in mind. And here's why. Because you cannot plug in a 3-prong into this 2-prong outlet on the end. Okay, the mounting hardware that this comes with is just some chains. We've got a few screw hooks, some screws, some little anchors, and then these parts are what the light actually hangs from. And these hooks go in from the end and then lift up, and that's where you can hang from either the screw hooks directly or these little chains, or however you choose to do it. Okay, so let's hang some of these lights up and see how it works in this garage. Okay, so currently in my garage, I've got these outdoor floodlights mounted on motion sensors, and it looks fairly bright in here. This camera does a great job of picking up light. It is a gray, cloudy day out there, so even the light coming through the windows looks pretty bright, but it's not. And for running saws and filming or anything else in here, we usually have to use some kind of portable lighting. And you can see back in here, it gets fairly dark. And the other thing is with those spotlights, you have to have movement. They only stay on for 3 minutes. And so I'm always out here working, waving my arms around, looking a little bit like a crazy person, which might be accurate. But anyway, it can be frustrating when you're laying under a vehicle or something working, and then all of a sudden the lights time out. So these lights, we're gonna put them up, and we're gonna have them where we can turn them on and they will stay on. So I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm pretty sure with that 10,000 lumens, it's going to make a huge difference in here. The other thing I'm doing is I'm going to plug these lights in to the outlets for the overhead door openers. And how I'm going to control them then is with this indoor wireless remote system, which also comes from Harbor Freight, and I can control up to 3 different banks of these lights with the remote. This indoor wireless remote system right now at Harbor Freight is $19.99, and occasionally that will be on sale on the Harbor Freight Inside Track Club, but when I bought this one, it was not. So let's put this together and see how it works. Okay, and I've got 16-foot ceilings in this barn, so I'm going to use this lift to get up there and assemble these. Okay, so we're up here and I'm going to measure off this seam and put these lights right between these two overhead door tracks. That way if the door's up, it won't block the light on the ground. Okay, so that one is hung up, and what we'll do is we'll go 4 foot over and hang the next one up. And what I found when I was doing these earlier is these pull chains are off. So I'll pull the chain one time, then when I plug the cord into the next one and get this string, this will be a string of 3 lights. When I get these plugged up, they should be on. All right, so going down. Okay, the other thing that I do while I'm up here is I want these cords to stay pretty close to the ceiling. So about in the middle of the 5 foot run, I just put a cord tie. Plug this in. Okay, so with this hanging like this, we'll go down a few feet and move over and put our other end up. Going down. If you've got high ceilings, you definitely ought to find you a lift like this, or some kind of lift. Sure beats trying to mess with step ladders or propping up an extension ladder someplace. So the other thing that's nice about this lift is I can put it on my forklift for my tractor and take it outside and pretty much go anywhere I want to go. All right, let's hang this light. I just got done installing 16 of these Braun 10,000 lumen shop lights, and these say ultra bright. And I'll tell you what, I won't dispute that. These things are bright. They're nice. So I've got 16 of them up in here, and so altogether that was $700 worth of supplies that I bought from Harbor Freight to put the lighting in my garage. So I did buy 2 of these 3 remote indoor wireless systems, and I was kind of hoping that they would be a different frequency, but both remotes, the number 1 controls the number 1 little controller, 2, 3, so on. So I thought I'd have 6 different frequencies, and really I've only got 3. But that ended up being okay, because what I did was I just divided the area into 3 zones. And so in zone 1, I've got 6 lights, which are on 2 different controllers. You can see that. And so with button number 1 on either controller, I've got this area lit up. And I don't know if it looked that much different. Yeah, there you go. This camera is so good at picking up light. I've got the floodlights that still come on with motion, but they only stay on for 3 minutes. And the nice thing about that is you don't have to turn on any lights when you walk out here. They automatically click on. But if I'm working in this bay, which is where I do a lot of my mechanical work and a lot of the Harbor Freight reviews, by turning on a light, it gets a lot brighter in here. So I really like those. Then if we move over here, we've got, let's see what we have. We have 4 lights in this area. And we do we've got a cutting station set up right here right now. And we do a lot of our storing of our lumber and drying of our lumber in these bays. So this bay is number 2. And those 4 lights come on. And then back here, which again, once we finish the house, Maggie's working on a bunch of cabinets right now, so that's what all these plywood cuts are going to be bottoms of drawers and sides of drawers for a filing cabinet. But this is an area where we really need good light because we're using the table saw. I've got my big toolboxes back here, so going through them. Of course, I do have a light mounted here over this bench. But this is zone 3, which, like I said, is kind of dark. We move portable lights back here a lot. Well, here's zone 3. So now this shop is lit up with 16 of the Harbor Freight Braun 10,000 lumen lights. So I'm real happy with the lighting in this garage. The nice thing is, if you're in the middle of a project, the lights aren't going to go out where you have to end up then dancing a little bit to get them to come back on. So this worked out really well. For $700, I don't think you can beat the price to get this amount of light. So we'll turn all the lights off. And this project is done, and I love it. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you buy any of these Braun LED shop lights, let us know how you like them. They are easy to install. Basically, you plug them in. You can link 4 of them together. Have a great day. Be safe.